What's that can't stop laughing moment where you're in a situation you shouldn't be laughing? 1. Visiting my grandmother's grave with my grandfather for the first time a few years ago. Expected tears and a solemn day. Instead, we passed a grave marked Wanda and my grandfather said, "Well, I wonder what killed her?" None of us could stop laughing. My grandmother would have loved it. 2. My mother and father went to a funeral of one of mother's aunts that she was not close to. In fact, my father had never met her. As they stood at the open casket, my father said to my mother, "She just doesn't look like herself again." My father had never seen the aunt before. For whatever reason, this struck my mother as very funny and she started laughing. She held her hands to her face and ran from the casket. Her sisters saw this and thought she distraught and followed her out to console her, where my mother had to explain that she was laughing and not crying and why. She was so pissed at my father it was hilarious. 3. I had this really nice but really awkward physics teacher in high school. He was a large nerdy man but spoke with a lisp and a very soft voice. Imagine the guy from Office Space asking for his stapler. That's how he sounded. One day he is giving his lesson and mid-sentence he goes from this voice to what sounded like Satan himself. "Okay class, please. Deep hell voice, take out your books."